that red flashing light must mean it's recording. Hello, so welcome back, and yeah, so in the last video we had a look at the mechanism by which we might make the drums sound better. The Red Zeppelin drums in particular would also work for the Black Pearl. But yeah, during that video I had a convoluted setup to do with OBS and everything, and it was really complicated to look at, but this is generally what I'm looking at when I'm not trying to record a video. So that's the reason for this phone recording, so I can show you, well, firstly this, and just to remind you, these things are the output jacks on the computer case itself. And we did the thing with the fold back, if you recall. So just to remind you, I've got the master audio going to playback 1 and playback 2 respectively, which what that does is sends the signal to the headphone jack on the front of the PC case. Now because we're in reality and not on the computer screen, I can show you. We've got over here this wire. Well, this is hard to do. This wire here is a headphone cable, well, a mini jack to mini jack cable that goes from the computer down to channel 6 there. Can you see? Okay, cool. So what that then does is, if I have the thing there set round to direct, and there's a wire in the way, you can't see what it says. See there, it says direct or USB. Well, I've got it set through to direct. So what that means is I've got... let's get back pointing at the screen first. So what that means is that I've got sound that the computer's making that goes back into the interface that I can then listen to straight away. So, like, as you can tell, I'll just play some bass for you. Can I zoom out any more? Oh yeah, a little bit. Okay, not very much so. Right, so if I play some bass, I'll just show you. So that was pretty lucid because there's absolutely no delay, and that's because I'm listening direct, so it's just like being plugged into an amp basically. And so now what I'm going to do is, oh, we did make those drums sound better in the end. So you remember the last video we was talking about the mechanism we were going to use to get them better. Well, this is what I actually went with. I just put a bit of a multi-band compressor on the kick, just to give it a bit more oomph. Similar on the snare, and what I basically did was try to make the snare sound as much like the snare in Santeria from Sublime, because I like that song. And it's good to do things from reference tracks, because if it's a thing that's, you know, popular and people like it, it's probably for a good reason. So yeah, I just try to make the snare sound like their snare. Oh, I don't need to do that, I can just do that. Right, so what I can do now then is I can just play along with this beat. So yeah, as you can see, I have no idea what that was, lame little riff, but it was just to prove the point that you can now. So this basically gives me the ability to play along to the drum kit in my computer. This is what I've been trying to achieve, really. What also this does is lets me obviously record the bass that I play and line it up with those drums. So if those drums sound like a decent production level of drums, I might be able to even make a track. And because this stuff is all open source, I will be able to release it without worrying about the licensing. Happy days. That's actually the end goal of all this, you know, is to get you to be able to release music without having to pay a tax, because that's probably one of the biggest problems I have with commercial software, the licensing thing. But anyway, whatever my particular chips on whatever shoulders I may have, one way or the other, this stuff all works really well and is worth everyone's time, regardless of their stance or on the philosophy of it. Because, well, yeah, it's good. There's good stuff in here. So yeah, hopefully that's something. Anyway, see you later.